Hey, it's Mark Elliott from Venture Accelerator Partners with another short blog. This one's on training for BDRs. BDR stands for Business Development Rep. You may also call them Sales Development Rep. Some people may call it Inside Sales Rep. So these are all kind of ideas for training more junior salespeople. And we train a lot of folks. We train a lot of founders, but we also train a lot of BDRs as it relates to sales. So here are a few of my tips. Have a plan. So have an onboarding plan. Uh, you know, um, have it ready to go. Again, if you're training reps in cohorts, have a plan of how that training goes. I'm a big believer in active learning, so doing training, not just lecturing, not doing 8 hours of just straight classroom training. Having some training where there can be some instruction. The salespeople can go and do a task, or there's some instruction and there's an activity. So again, lots of different ideas on how to do it, and being having things like role plays, having things like big believer in hey, I'm gonna do here's how we do our research, and then go do research and put it into your CRM. And then you can review the CRM, provide feedback. Then they go update the research and work on the next set of research. So be able to have that where they're doing work, they're doing real things, they're role playing. Hey, here's a cold call script, here's objection handling. We're going to start out where it's fairly easy, then we're going to make it more difficult over time. So make them engage and not just spoken to, over a session. Create these bite-sized contents. I talked earlier about don't have a full day of training. Create little modules. Create activities for them. Create it. Have these bite-sized pieces where they can work up to it instead of learning about the whole sales process from start to finish in 2 days. Work on different segments where you can mix in this bite-sized content with some active learning, and continue to train. So there's definitely going to be training at the beginning when you have a new salesperson or you have cohort and you're getting them onboarded. But also think about ongoing training. If you have a larger team, of course you can have bring somebody in and like VA partners as an example, and do the training for your team. But also all the training has to include every single BDR. They're all going to have different learning challenges. They're all going to excel at different things and need help on other things. So create a plan. You can, tool like HubSpot has some really great training on the CRM and just general sales training. There's lots of books. There's other courses you can take. There's podcasts. There's lots of different ways. There can be role playing outside of the initial training. You can have sales team meetings where you cover certain topics. Again, there's lots of ways that you continue to train your salespeople, but it doesn't have to be the same training for every single person, and it doesn't have to be the sales leader or the founder doing all the training all the time. So look for those opportunities to leverage different types of training, and also understand from your different salespeople what kind of training works best for them from a learning perspective, and what are the things they really want to get better at where they're having challenges. Hopefully this has been helpful on some ideas around training for your BDRs. If you need some help training for your BDRs, please reach out. Happy to have a conversation and see how we can help you, or point you towards one of the programs that we're already rolling out with some different accelerators and universities and institutions. Thanks.